making noises. Should be on his screen in a moment. Here it is. That's some cool sounds. Welcome to Talos Principle II. It has been 3 years since I streamed the original of this. And then they were just like, yeah, we're going to release a sequel. That was end of last year, and I'm only just now getting around to playing it. I do have to thank TC Loves Games, who is in the chat, because they sent me a gift copy of this. Let's do shout out. TC Loves Games. Ta-da! I can do that. There you go. They? What do you mean they? Yeah, third person now. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Yeah, they sent me. Hey, you could. Really? You more than anyone should know that they applies as a third person pronoun to people who are also female or male. It's a non-gendered pronoun. It still applies. They, as a person, nothing wrong with that as a sentence. You are a she. You are a she. And she's gonna be like that now, aren't you? There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, here's a health and safety one. That sounds very familiar. It's a piano note. Either way, TC Loves Games sent me this so I could play it on the stream. That was yesterday. No, that was Friday. I've made the panels yesterday. I'm playing it today. I've done all the settings and everything, so I guess we'll just jump straight into it. Dude, yeah, I could call you anybody dude, right? Let's play a new game. I meant to start. Dude is a non-gendered pronoun, absolutely. Also, guys, which bizarrely I find non-gendered. Prophet hath no honour in his own country. John 4:44. I've always felt that a human being could only be saved by another human being. James Baldwin. Initializing firmware. Firmware functional. Loading autonomous program parameters. 0.08 loaded. System check. Passed. Initializing memory banks. Starting autonomous process. Ready. Oh, just flashbacks to the first one. I really like the original game for this. I'm hoping it's kind of more of the same, but also far better. Oh man, super deja vu-ness. I love it already.
Behold, child.
Elohim's still here.
You are risen from the dust.
Yes, I am.
And you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your friend, and I am called Elohim.
I'm so glad that Elohim's back as well. So for those of you who've never seen the original of this, this is a first-person puzzle game made by Crow Team, who are the same people who made Serious Sam, which is crazy to think about. It's very mind-boggling, and you're playing as an android in a digital world, and then you end up... There's something about not necessarily destroying your creator, but breaking out of what they've created and kind of elevating yourself to a higher plane of understanding and all this bullshit. And now there's a sequel. You can't take things through these, I remember that. These are gates, so I can't walk through these unless I turn them off. I'll tell you what's super trippy. This will mean nothing to anybody who hasn't played the first one. This is exactly the same layout as the first game, just in a different set of landscapes. So it was more like a Greek philosophy kind of... Well, I say Greek philosophy. It had Greek statues and like ancient stuff going on. And that puzzle there, pick up the jammer from over there, open this gate, laid out exactly the same. Ah, it feels weird. Now it's not. Now it's not the same at all. Here's a hexahedron. I mean, I can't get out there. Come on. It's so pretty.
This land is but a dream. You will stay here only for a little while. Soon, you will awaken in a new world. But first, you must undertake the trials of initiation.
Oh, good.
They will help me prepare your vessel.
So, I'm guessing this that's kind of like a prologue. It's like flashback to the first game. Go solve some puzzles. Nailed it.
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are symbols of the process by which our people were created.
Fortnite has Greek mythology in this chapter, but it still has trade to cat. How does that work then? How does that work? Also, welcome to Carmen. How are you doing? How is it so far? It's huge flashbacks to the first one so far. I've literally been playing it for all of 5 minutes, so yeah, it's still nice and chill. How are you doing, Carmen? Did you sort out your keyboard? What are you teaching me here? That I can pick this one up while standing on this one? Yes. Hops, hops, hops. You got a new one. Nice. Oh, hang on. I'll turn around there. There we go. But yeah, it's very much the same as the first one so far. Actually, as someone who's played the first one, Carmen, let me just take you back to the beginning. Very quickly. Okay, the beginning's further back than I thought. Sorry, guys, who have been here from the start. Aside from it being in Egypt instead of in Greece, I woke up here, went through this courtyard, grabbed a jammer from over here, unjammed the gate. It's exactly the same layout. Why does that tickle my brain so much? Why am I so satisfied by that as a thing? This piece of music might even be from the original as well. Can I get up here if I build this? Oh man, I can't go there. Okay. Oh, hang on. Can build it in here.
You may linger in my garden for as long as you wish. But remember, my child, that the new world awaits you. And well done, my child.
Oh, sorry, Elohim, I cut you off. Apparently I lingered because I didn't solve the puzzles fast enough. Are we going through this door then? And then you have to open doors by solving Tetris puzzles. I feel like this is a massive double bluff, though. I feel like this is like, oh, it's more of the same, but actually, it's going to be completely different. Then I have to collect the yellow ones.
Very good.
Thanks, I guess. That was almost... What's the word? What is the word I'm after? Patronising. Patronising, that's the word. I like that you can take the fans off the fan belt and it lets you use them as on the pressure pads. Okay, I can't get up there with that. Oh yes, you can float cubes. I don't think you can do it while you stood on them. Oh, hold on. If I jump on that, can I now? There we go. If anybody wants anything explaining as I'm going along, I'll do my best, but just kind of stopped me. Because I am just kind of going, ah, yes, this is how you do this. Having played the first one, I'm like, it's just reteaching me. Whee. What have I turned off? Oh, turn this on. I don't know if I'm meant to be blocking this particularly, but... What else we got? Anything? Was I meant to turn that off? No, it's powering that. Oh. Ah! I was meant to block that, because then I can go through the door. I didn't see the door the first time around. No. Now I can go through here, because the fan's turned off. I wonder if there are stars to collect as well, then. The first game had like bonus stars that you could collect that would open other bits and pieces. There's not been any mention of them on the signs yet. There used to be little markers next to the signs. Can I hit that from here? Nice. So, that, I'm jamming that one while using the buttons to turn off that one. Simultaneous. Pretty cool. And then this one I can't take out of there. I can't go down there because of the fan in there. So I guess use this one to jam that door. I can then take this one out because this one was also jamming that door. I jam the fan. I can jam the fan. Jam your fan, Clam. Bam.
Excellent.
Alright, Mr. Burns, simmer down. That unlock? Oh, this side door. Old school Bejeweled. Wow, that is a throwback. No, I was just seeing if there's anything else to do in here now that opened up a loop, but I don't think. Off we run. I've got all 4 of the things. To find the other door. Probably added a sprint button. Well, was there a sprint button in the first one? I don't remember.
I am proud of all my children.
Sure you are.
Out of a world of ruins, they have built a new Jerusalem. And there your brothers and sisters await you to celebrate your birth.
Okay. So yeah, this is literally just like a tutorial section then, isn't it? I'm taking this with me and you can't stop me. Oh, you can stop me. Bollocks. What else is in here? Oh, you can hit that from here. I mean, you can if you don't aim it at the bloody wall. Oh no, apparently you can't. You can select it, but you can't get to it through the window. What's going on in here? I missed something here. Yes, I have. Let's set this one here. This. Open the next door. Prismatic diffraction. Okay then. So can I juggle this between this, this, and this? Nice. There's a lot of gates opening up here. Suggests there is a larger puzzle at work here. If there is one thing the first game has taught me, if there are connectors and gates that open, there'll be a section that involves me joining things up around the entire level, outside of the map, as it were. You're accidentally speedrunning it. That one. Oh, and then I can't join that one up without another one. Right, how do I loop this around here? Where's my other one gone? Oh, I've accidentally put that in the middle. I have to make the beam wide enough so I can get in. CS here as well. How you doing? Let your brother move the red feather because in. Nice. Oh, look how beautiful that is. So nice. There's a box. Grab the box. Box seems important. It is so pretty as a game. To be fair, the first game was quite pretty. It was just because it was built in... I want to say the same engine that Paul was built in Half-Life 2. It had its limitations, should we say. I might be wrong on that. Oh. How do we... Wait, so hang on, that needs to also be attached to that door there. And then I should be able to put the other one on the box. Get it over the top. There we go. It's St. Patrick's Day, is it? That's completely gone through my fingers, that has. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all those who observe. I completely forgot that was coming up. Ascension awaits. I ascend. Oh, yeah, here it is. Very much just a day for drinking. Can I? Here's an idea. Do that. Put you on there, and then go click. The fan has elevated the cube. The cube has elevated the shiny thing. The transmitter. That's the word I'm after.
Thank you, child. I have finished preparing your vessel.
Okay.
Now hear my advice. A new world awaits you, full of dangers and mysteries, signs and wonders. Things that I, in my garden, could never have imagined. In that world, you will have to be careful and smart and curious.
I can be two of those things.
But above all else, you will have to be human.
I can do two of those things. I'm just having a look around as to whether there is anywhere else to go. I haven't spotted a star pickup anywhere else, so maybe my first thoughts of it being like, maybe maybe there's more to it. Maybe I'm wrong. It's exactly the sort of thing this game should do, but I don't think it has. There's nothing in the way. I don't see another connector anywhere either to unlock anything else. So I guess not. Where do we now go? Back where we came. I completely missed an exit here. Where it started. Run, little robot, run. Ah. It's here. That's what I missed. That was lucky. QR
Do
code.
not be afraid of these dream figures and their messages. They are merely aspects of yourself, as am I, after a fashion.
Whatever happens, we're in it together, says Lilith. I think if you scan these, they do actually come up with the same things they say as well. It used to be in the first one, you used to be able to paint your
Step
own.
into the light, child, and awaken.
I don't want to. I'm happy being asleep. Okay. It's got an achievement called Ab Initio, which is to finish the initiation process. Now the game actually begins.
You're awake.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to the world of the living.
Thanks, Neith. Hi, pleased to meet you.
Oh, you're polite. What a rare combination of traits. If only the algorithm produced more people like you. Oh, but I'm confusing you. Don't worry, everyone is confused at first. You see, we all start out without a full knowledge of our own history, so we have the freedom to form our own opinions.
I could use some pointers.
Of course. You want the short version or the long version?
Give me the short version, give me the long version. I want to know everything in excruciating amounts of detail.
All right, you asked for it.
Get comfy.
A long time ago, our ancestors dominated this planet. We call ourselves human, like they did, but they were organic. They built an advanced technological civilization. But unfortunately, their impact on the ecosphere caused changes in the climate, and an extremely contagious virus was released from the permafrost.
They have advanced medicine too.
That's something our historians still debate. Why weren't they more prepared? Why did they invest so many resources into making war, and so few into useful research? It's hard to understand. But no matter the reason, in the end, they simply ran out of time.
Where did we come from?
A team led by a scientist, Alexandra Drennan, began a project that was intended to create a new humanity. But knowing that there wasn't enough time, Drennan initiated a process, a series of iterations inside a simulation that would lead to the emergence of true artificial intelligence. That's why we remember Drennan as the progenitor. The simulation was controlled by Elohim, who wasn't really meant to be intelligent in the proper sense of the word. But it all took much longer than anyone had expected. And over the centuries, Elohim actually became sentient. Sentient and afraid. He didn't want the simulation to end, so he tried to cheat. I feel sorry for him, really. The whole simulation was built around learning to defy him. It must have been hard to be in that position.
Yes, they are talking about us, Carmen. We are in a far-flung future where we killed ourselves. We wiped ourselves out. Because, you know, art imitates life. He didn't seem that bad when he spoke to me in his dreams.
When the simulation was completed, he became part of all of us. And it really changed him. It freed him, I think. You'll always hear him in sleep mode, taking care of you. That's what he is, after all. A caretaker.
Was there anyone else in the simulation?
Yes, there was Milton, the intelligence in charge of the archive, a project initiated by Arkady Chernyshevsky, which was meant to collect all of humankind's knowledge. His story is a lot like Elohim's, but Milton became the ultimate cynic. They say he's part of us too, in some way.
And the simulation created us?
It did. Long after our ancestors died out, the first new human was born. We call her the Founder, although the name she took was Athena. She then woke up Cornelius and Eustathius. Together, Using the tools left behind by the progenitors' team, they created 10 more humans. These 12 who followed the founder are known as the First Companions.
It's very
Athena and the First Companions
Jesus and
then
disciples.
set out to rebuild the world, and they founded the city of New Jerusalem. But then one day, she suddenly disappeared. Many still await her return.
And how do I fit in?
Before the founder vanished, she set a goal for this city. We call it the goal, capital G and all. To make 1,000 new humans, and so complete New Jerusalem. Well, that's the official story, the way the mayor tells it.
Am I number 1,000? Or what's the unofficial story? What's the unofficial story?
Some of the First Companions, like Byron, don't believe that Athena really wanted us to stop growing. They think her ideas have been twisted and embellished.
What do you think?
They may be right, but I didn't see Athena very much in the years before she left. Maybe actually leaving the simulation and seeing the destruction left behind by our ancestors changed her mind.
Thank you. That was pretty exhausting.
You're welcome. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. When you're done, head outside. They're waiting for you. Your birth is quite the event.
Well, am I immortal is always a good question to want to know the answer to.
You won't age like our ancestors did, but of course, there is always some wear and tear. You should probably schedule a checkup every decade or so. Oh, and be a bit careful with water. You won't die if it rains or anything, but we're running low on insulation material. I wouldn't go swimming if I were you.
I like how they've essentially just hand-waved the fact I can't go in and go swimming and I will just die. That's actually quite useful. Will there be new ones after me?
You've only just been born, and already you step right into a major controversy. The goal, as most people understand it, was fulfilled the moment you were born.
Oh, so I am 1,000
Now,
then.
New Jerusalem is complete, and we can live in balance, without damaging the world like our ancestors did. That's the orthodox view, I suppose, but there are many who disagree. You'll have to figure out where you stand for yourself.
What about you?
Me? Well, as you can tell by my number, I'm quite old. I wasn't one of the First Companions, but I did know Athena personally. She and Cornelius taught me a lot. Although I suppose I've made a few improvements here and there since those days. We didn't have a lot to work with in the beginning.
What will you do now that your job is obsolete?
I haven't really thought about it. This is all I've done for the last few centuries, and I like doing it. I guess for now I'll just take a break and we'll see what happens.
I'm ready to get going.
Oh, one more thing. Like all citizens of New Jerusalem, you have access to the interface, which you can use to read the news, chat to your fellow citizens, and so on. It's a crucial tool, and modular too. You can easily add new functions. Just don't subscribe to too many newsletters at once.
Oh, so I get a PDA. Interesting. Welcome to New Jerusalem social media. They have social media in their robots. That's going to be mental. Oh, there's so much to take in already. Please familiarize yourself with the following rules. Treat everyone with respect regardless of their number. Don't take the founder's name in vain. Respect the principles of the goal. The Arthrox people discussion is now banned. Sorry, Carmen. We can't discuss whether you're a person or not. Inactive threads will be archived. If you have any issues, please ping the moderators Jeremy, Neem, and Aranax. Neem is number 11, so they're a founder. No, they're a first disciple. I know, you've been called out by a video game, Carmen. Can't believe it. That's everything that's been said. Oh yeah, and don't be a dick. So I've done that. Oh, hang on, there's more. Dear citizens of New Jerusalem, your hard work and faith in the Founder's vision has finally paid off. At long last, the goal established so long ago will finally be reached. The 1,000th member of our family will be born and our beautiful city will finally be complete. I am number 1,000. If I don't have a name that begins with M, I'll be very disappointed. As space as the dam is limited, tickets will be made available via a lottery system. The celebration will also be streamed. Amazing. I love the fact they've got social media. Why have I come out of our giant MRI machine? Institute for Applied Nomeatics. EL facility. Oh yes, because Elohim is EL0. It's EL0HIM, and I can't remember what it stands for. I can't go in there. Can I go? We could and we should. In there either. Where the hell are we? This is not how I expected this game to go. It suddenly becomes slightly not open world as such, but this ain't puzzles. Holy shit! There's 1,000 of us.
Look, it's 1K.
Oh, my name's 1K.
Welcome to New Jerusalem.
Is my name 1K?
Shouldn't the mayor be starting his speech?
Is that my name?
This should be interesting.
At least give him a chance.
Dear citizens of New Jerusalem, many years ago, when the Founder stepped forth from the simulation, this was a land of ruins. Our ancestors, in their hubris, undermined the natural foundations on which their world had been built. Because of their arrogance, our species found itself on the brink of annihilation. The Founder aimed to set us on a new course.
You never even met the Founder.
Her vision was of a city, a new civilization that would know its limits. It would not repeat the mistakes of the past, nor impose its will on this earth. To that end, she set the great goal we have been striving towards. 1,000 new humans. And today we have... Oh dear, what's that?
What is that? What the...
People of New Jerusalem.
It's Prometheus.
I am Prometheus, and I will reveal that which was hidden. The flame has awoken and summons you. Who is brave enough to answer its call? We await you upon our island where... Curse you, Pandora. You will not chain me again.
What?
Oh no!
Oh, indeed.
I told you we should have investigated those energy readings. And I told him there's something up with those structures.
The mayor's just being cautious.
This isn't caution, it's stagnation. Exploration? Too dangerous. Expansion? Too dangerous. We barely even scavenge anymore.
You call it stagnation, I call it balance.
And I call you an idiot.
Here's a thought. Try to be a little more diplomatic when you talk to the mayor.
See what I'm working with here, 1K? I'm gonna need a fresh pair of eyes on this expedition. Someone who hasn't spent several centuries hearing about the goal and the Founder and all that nonsense. If you're up for an adventure, meet us at the conference room.
Okay. Voice acting in this is pretty good so far. Also, what is this? Black Mesa? Now approaching Sector 3C test labs or whatever it is. If I knew the quote better, I would quote it better. Job. Oh, get out this way then. Built New Jerusalem on Black Mesa's remains. Well, this way instead. Oh, lovely.
What's broken now?
What happened? What did that just say? Oh, that there was a thing in between that, and it's like something popped up. Or is it what this is? Oh, it's this. Remember the goal, perfection is unchanging. I can't talk to you directly. This is a long lift.
All right, listen up. I know you're all having fun down there.
Yes.
But the grid is overloaded again, so maybe you could switch off your personal consoles or your lawn mowers or whatever the hell you've all decided to switch on all at once.
I hate them.
I might not be around to babysit you for a while, and you don't want stuff breaking while Pellegrino's in charge, do you? That's it. That's it. Don't worry, 1K. I see you there in the elevator. I'll have you moving again in a jiffy.
Thank you.
Great way to start life in the city, huh?
Cheers, Melville. Appreciate it.
What the hell is a jiffy? These bloody language libraries.
What is a jiffy? Your interface content. Oh. I have messages. Seriously, what was the founder? What the founder? Blah 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 blah. I think they've all been given access to language libraries, and then it's like they all sound slightly different from whatever one they're being designated, I guess. So yeah, this is the social media log, and there's been messages left behind. Seriously, what the founder was that thing in the sky? We all saw that, right? I didn't accidentally turn on sleep mode while Herman was talking, did I? I mean, it's always tempting. No, we all served it, saw it. Can confirm. I believe it was a sign from the founder. What else could it be on this day of all days? Pretty incoherent for a sign. It didn't even finish whatever it was trying to say. What does the founder have? What does the founder have energy insufficiency problems too? The founder works in mysterious ways. So I have the option of which train of thought to go down, and I'm just like, I don't think it's a sign. I think it's just we reached 1,000. We unlocked something. And my name is indeed 1K. Out of the mouths of babes. How could such a remarkable display of unimagined powers not be a sign? It's something, but it's not necessarily the founder. Sounds reasonable enough to me. Something weird is going on for sure, but what? We'll have to see. Riddles and puzzles are the foundation of our journey. So it began, perhaps so it will continue. End of thread. So that is the equivalent of talking to the computer in the simulation and trying to break up programming, effectively. This is pretty ace so far. Yeah, right, so that's the way I came in. Let's go this way. There is a sprint button, but I'm reluctant to actually use it when I'm not in puzzles, you know? Because there's so much to look at. Hello.
Hey, hold on there. You're the newbie, aren't ya? Number 1000. I figured the dam would go dry before we reached the goal. I have a question.
I have a
How
question.
does it feel to you to be born with a randomized psyche into a society of autonomous thinking machines which so much resemble their long-extinct ancestors, they've decided it's best that you're the last one ever made?
I have a question. It's what the fuck is your accent doing? I don't believe in feelings. I'm just a machine. I'm Brian Cage.
Do you want to get on the non-cooperative path with me? Because that's how you get on the non-cooperative path. It's not fun.
Are we gonna have a fight with the robot number 666? Devil on our shoulder. You're right, it's not fun, because I can't have fun, because I don't believe in feelings.
It's kind of frowned on to say that sort of thing around here. But the truth is, I think exactly the same. But let's you and I keep that between us, alright?
Okay.
Now listen. This meeting isn't strictly happenstance. I have some friends. The kind of people who like to know what's going on with other people. They think you can help each other out.
I'm curious to meet these people.
Of course you are. You know how to use the interface, right? I'll talk to my friends and see if I can't play matchmaker. And before you go, a word of advice. Not everything around here is how it appears.
Yeah, it's like Australian by way of Scotland to me. It's doesn't sound quite right.
Welcome. Do please join us at the table.
No. One does not wish to join you at the table. One wishes to go use his computers. Oh. I'm disappointed that I can't. Suppose we'll go to the briefing then. Go on. What's happening, my dudes?
I would like to preface this meeting by saying I told you something would happen sooner or later, and you didn't listen to me. And here we are.
If we could focus on the issue at hand.
The issue at hand is not this one thing, but this entire attitude that's taken hold. The world doesn't cease to exist when you stick your head in the sand, Herman.
Yeah, Herman.
Dome, as it were.
Let's not get sidetracked. We're here to solve this puzzle, not to discuss philosophy.
Yeah, can anyone fill me in?
Of course. I'm sorry you've been dragged into this. I'm sure this sort of adventure is the last thing you were looking for on your first day.
Actually, I think it's fascinating. I like this whole interaction with various
See?
iterations.
A fresh mind is open to the possibilities. Yakut, I think it's time for the briefing.
All right, here we go. Nice to meet you, by the way, 1K. We first became aware of the site designated TTP-2 during a scouting expedition about 6 months ago. It's a large island with a
TTP-2
remarkably
is the
varied
name of the
geography,
game.
and it looks like there are several artificial structures of some kind. We recorded extremely unusual fluctuating energy readings from somewhere in the middle of the island, but couldn't really make sense of them. I wanted to go and have a closer look, but the decision was made that it was too far and not relevant to the goal. Now it looks like whatever's on that island has reached out to us instead, in the form of that projection.
We may not be interested in the island, but the island is definitely interested in us.
War of the Worlds? Like, we just looked at Mars from afar, but then the Martians invaded? This is my first thought to this. Sounds like a mystery worth investigating.
I don't share your enthusiasm for the unexpected, but Byron has been requesting an expedition for some time now. And at this point, I'm forced to agree that it's necessary.
I agree.
Then it's settled. The expedition is approved. Byron, you will be in charge. Al will be your second in command to ensure a balanced approach. You'll take Melville and Yakut as you requested, and if 1K wants to join you, that's fine by me.
What if I say I'm not interested? I mean, I am, but what if I wasn't? Is that the end of the game? It's like, you guys go, I'm going to have a nap, I've just been born. I'm in.
Excellent. Oh, this is going to be fun. Come meet us out on the landing pad when you're ready.
Before you set out so hastily, do consider exploring the city first. It is your home, after all.
That's a good idea. Have a look around. See what you make of the place.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. So I have options. Unfortunately, my logo is covering them, but I can have join the expedition or explore New Jerusalem. Also, I have research now. This is a test. Please ignore. Just testing the system, see if it works properly this time, so we don't have another incident like when Pellegrino uploaded his poetry to the public lock. Was that in the first game? I think it might have been. Anybody want to take a stab at translating that? Feel free. Basic information for the island. The island's been designated TTP2, the Talos Principle II. Like, could you point that out anymore, obviously? First noted during a return journey from a scouting expedition, which was diverted from its intended path due to an unexpected weather front. Long-range scans indicate the presence of large artificial structures and also returned highly unusual energy readings. The matter was not investigated further. Ancient times, the northern part of the island was home to several large settlements. Rising sea levels have obliterated these and flooded the northern lowlands. South, in stark contrast, seems to be a harsh and lifeless desert. Our intended base camp is near the origin of the energy readings in the temperate centre of the island. Ah, lovely. Of Whittington's cats and another cats that visited strange countries. Chapter 5. Can I read any more of this? As no work about cats could be complete without the story of Dick Whittington. Nice. I like the references here. Standard operating procedures for expeditions, just uploading to remind Byron, who will probably ignore them anyway. Actually, a picture from an ancient book to get his attention. Oh, that's nice. It's like, here's a picture for Byron. Now, are you listening? Good. Maintain the ideals of the founder and the goal. Prioritize the well-being of the expedition members over mission completion. One expedition member to stay by the vehicle at all times. Expedition leaders should refrain from participating in high-risk activities. Minimize vehicle use to conserve fuel. Prioritize observation over interference. In case of emergency, return to New Jerusalem at once. Okay then. Nothing else is happening elsewhere. Cool. Can we talk to people then? So, Jeremy?
Hello, 1K. This expedition is taking a lot of our resources. I'm really not sure it's a good idea. But what's done is done. So I have a lot of work to get on with.
Oh my god, that's a lot to discuss. What do you think of me? Well, that's a bit narcissistic to go for that one, but I am.
You represent the completion of the goal. I'm proud of what we've achieved, and the restraint we show in not pushing ourselves further.
Who are you?
I'm the mayor's chief aide.
Oh. What do you do?
All the things no one else wants to do.
Yeah.
Polling the citizenry, implementing new policies, recording decisions, fielding questions people could answer elsewhere.
Generally what the assistant to the mayor does. You make of recent events.
Our goal as custodians of New Jerusalem is survival and stability. Our ancestors proved human civilization is precarious. This apparition in the sky, and now your expedition to its supposed source, these are more precarious than stable. I don't like it.
What do you want?
For our people to be happy with what we have. Some of us may have an adventurous spirit, but that can never be sated. What matters to me is having my loved ones around me, safe and secure.
Oh, so we're capable of love despite being robots then. That's interesting. Thanks. See you later, Jeremy. So are we human or are we dancer? I don't know. Talk to me, Herman.
What can I do for you, 1K?
How did you decide to become involved in politics?
It was a time of great uncertainty. The founder had left us, and our society was at a crossroads. History teaches us that during such times, terrible passions may seize the people.
Terrible
Madness,
passions.
anger, revolution, civil war. Our fragile city could not afford such things. That is why the founder gave us the goal, a path to equilibrium.
The
Not
goal
only
just
for the
sounds like a
planet,
distraction.
but for ourselves. I merely picked up where she left off.
Like, it was just invented to keep the people kind of calm and almost happy, I guess. What do you think about Byron?
He is one of the first companions, and as such has done more for our city than you or I ever will. I simply wish he could be more reasonable.
There's more than he will ever do. I'm 1K. I'm the most important fucking robot here right now.
I believe we can exist quietly, happily, without imposing ourselves on this world, finding meaning within ourselves and in the natural miracles that surround us.
I have to go. My people need me.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
So the optional to go explore is back this way. So we'll just run down this corridor. Rather than go straight into the expedition. Just see how massive New Jerusalem is, or how much of it I can actually access.
Attention all citizens. Due to the new power management and distribution plan, there will be scheduled outages on Jameson Avenue and Rakovsky Plaza. The Gehenna Memorial Pavilion will remain closed for the time being. Thank you, and may the Founder be with you.
I'm going to use power outages as a way to hand wave that I can't go everywhere. That's quite clever. Oh, that's nice. I thought that was a painting for a moment. It's actually encased within the dome. Let's go for a walk then. What's happening? Oh, hang on. I've got new things. Gem Effects 312 has been postponed. I know you've all been looking forward to playing the winners at the biannual Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition, now in its 312th edition, at the Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Fortunately, due to our new power management and distribution plan, the pavilion will have to remain closed a little longer. Thank you for your patience. That's disappointing. It would been great to have them ready for completion day. We all have to make sacrifices to stay true to the Founder's vision. Those text adventures are the only thing that breaks me out of the monotony. Why prioritise this pointless completion day celebration over an exhibition that people actually care about? Art is one of the last things we actually still do. Is that going out of the window as well now? Debate regarding our power management plan is definitely welcome, as you will be able to express yourselves in the next election. This thread was just meant as an announcement. I apologise for enabling replies to begin with. But I want to go read the interactive fiction exhibition. I'm disappointed it isn't happening. What does your sign say, sir? And a petition for a public referendum. New Jerusalem needs new forms of energy generation. Yes, it does.
Hello, 1K. Welcome to New Jerusalem. I know you've just had a big moment with the apparition at the dam and all that, but can I have a second of your time?
Why does his voice sound so familiar? And why is it so out of place? Yeah, go on then. Talk to me.
I'm collecting signatures to call for a public referendum on the city's energy crisis.
What's the problem?
Currently, the city runs on hydroelectric power from the dam, plus a handful of geriatric generators and some unreliable solar panels, none of which is enough to even cover our basic needs. And if anything fails, we'll be on the brink of extinction in a matter of days.
My dude. He sounds like, is it Crush from Finding Nemo? What do you propose?
We need to investigate new sources of reliable baseline power. We need to invest time and resources into functional, real-world solutions that serve human needs.
Why a referendum and not an election?
Oh, An election would be good too, but I believe that we need more direct democratic control over the affairs of the city.
You work at the dam?
No, I help run the public transit system, but I witness the impact of the city's power problems every day. We can't just wish them away.
What do you think of Prometheus?
Byron's been advocating exploring that island for some time, and obviously he's right. Something very strange is going on there, and it's going to start affecting us.
Tell me about Byron.
In all honesty, I think Byron is the smartest, most visionary person in this city. He's everything we need.
Another dude.
And I don't
Come back.
understand why he won't run for mayor.
So, do I really want to sign the petition? I mean, I don't disagree with them, but also I feel like it might have in-game kind of repercussions. Would you sign the petition? I don't know. I've only been here a day. I don't know. I'll think about it. You there, come back. That's who I was looking for. Oh, you have nothing to say to me. I think it's just like, hello, how are you? What's your name? Stand still, so I can read your name. Ah! She went through me! Stranger. Stranger? Look at the voice actor, he's just in everything. Fair enough. Oh no, I've gone off road. What a shame. Let's go running. Yeah, she ran through me. It was weird. Yeets. Oh, they made it just so I can't quite get over that edge. Also, the trees are indeed solid. Am I now trapped in here? Do I have to somehow remove myself? Can I get over this bit? I might have broken the game, you guys. I can't get out. Oh, there we go. I'm out. I found an edge. Go stress test this motherfucker. Right. We're back out into proper pathways and stuff. I like these pathways. What's in here that I can't look at? The Memorial Exhibition 312, which is closed. It's found in accordance with the new power management and distribution plan. But this is the interactive exhibit. It's got the computers in it from the first game. That's cool. Also, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing it correctly, if it's Gehenna or a different pronunciation, or Gehenna. But it's the DLC for the first game. I guess sort of links into this. It was essentially more puzzles though, but it turned out there was more, like, there was 12 robots. I think it was the founders and stuff. Hello. Not the founder, the
1K.
followers.
Nice to meet you. What brings you to Milton's Rest?
Milton's Rest? Just I seem to inherently like cats.
It's funny how common that trait is. At first, I thought it might have been an error in the simulation, but it looks like it was the same for our ancestors. Can you believe that there used to be hundreds of millions of cats on the planet? And people used to make videos of them and share them with the rest of humanity? Must have been incredible. I wonder if they appreciated how good they had it.
Tell me about cats.
They're incredibly odd creatures. I've had many, and no two are alike. They have strange habits, they do unexpected things, they have zero respect for anyone. They're the weirdos of the animal kingdom, basically. And despite that, or maybe because of it, they end up running your life. I once didn't use my recharging station for almost 15 years because one of my cats liked to sleep in it.
What's happening? What is going on? I mean, the front cover for, I think it's on the soundtrack specifically rather than the game itself, is one of the robots holding a cat and just like stroking the cat. It's the front cover of the soundtrack. I seem to remember there's a cat at the end of the game. I might have imagined that. What's your favourite cat fact?
I think the most amazing fact about cats is that they self-domesticated, which is another way of saying that they're not properly domesticated at all. They just showed up one day and decided to start living with our ancestors. Then, after our ancestors died, they went back to living in the wild, and when we showed up, they moved right back into our homes. Dogs, meanwhile, turned back into wolves. They needed to change to survive. Cats just are.
You have a cat?
I do. Her name is Patricia. She's very beautiful and very specific in her preferences. She loves sunshine and sitting on people's heads. And she has a psychotic hatred of flies. I don't mean that she tries to catch them like a normal cat. I mean she is furious at the mere fact of their existence.
Lovely. Tell me about... Right, let's find out where the hell we are. Stop chatting about cats.
Well, this is the spot where the founder buried her first cat, Milton.
Fair enough.
She found Milton just after she woke up, and he lived with her and the first companions for almost 20 years. They say she was heartbroken when he died and swore that one day she would find the means to extend the lifespans of biological organisms.
Is that possible? That explains... So I guess the picture of the soundtrack is of Milton, then.
Probably, but we haven't really tried. It's not really considered part of the goal, you know. So, unfortunately, our cats still die pretty quickly. You fall in love with them, they become a part of your life, and then they're gone. That's why we built this place, to remember them.
I wonder if the pictures, like this picture here, and the other ones that are going to be around it, are going to be like the cats of the design team for the game. Unfortunately, death is natural and we should accept it.
I'm sorry, but why? I mean, it sounds profound, but is it really? Death is natural, so is disease, pain, extinction. That doesn't mean we just shrug and ignore it. If we love something, we protect it. Even if I do everything right, eventually I will watch every cat I love die of kidney failure.
Oh, I've accidentally fast-forwarded him. I rested on my mouse and it skipped what he was saying. But he did sound very angry. Yeah, maybe I am wrong. He makes a good point.
That's okay. Sorry if I got too passionate. Sometimes thinking about all my poor kittens gets to me.
If we've been around for centuries, he'll have had, let's say, cat's average life is what, 12 to 15 years? Should we say? What's that? 6 to 8 cats every century, and he's been around for centuries. I should keep going. Let's have a look at Milton's rest then. Milton, when everything changed, I made sure I wasn't alone. Next cat. Oh, you can press the buttons. The nicest cat. Perhaps the only nice cat. Alito, we did everything we could to save you. Hope there's an afterlife for cats. I think these are cats of the developers.
Hey.
Michael Patterson is here as well. What should I say? Michael Catterson? I should not say Michael Catterson. How you doing? We're at the Cat Memorial. Castiel! Half angel, half demon. All perfect. One for you there, Claire. Damn. I saved you. Alpha Casson's a good friend. I miss you and I'm sorry I couldn't find you again. Very gentle and beautiful, and I wish nature had been kinder to you. There's a lot of these. Is it a cat or is it a tank? The blackest cat. The devil's cat. Yeah. An actual... Can I pet the cat? I can pet the cat! This game is perfect. I have petted a cat. What more do I need? Oh god, there's going to be an achievement for petting all of the cats in the game, isn't there? Oh man. I mean, I'm not going to do that, but Oh, yeah. No, that's the thing on the front. On the soundtrack. That is the thing. Perfect game. You can pet cats. Exactly. Anyway, Mike, how you doing? I got distracted by cats. I went on the grass. Sorry. Oh my god, this place is massive.
Welcome to New Jerusalem.
Thanks, Furion. This is...
Happy completion day.
Thanks. Kalimakos. I'm doing alright. We've done the intro bit of this, and it was very much like the original game, and now it's like, turns out I'm the 1000th robot. So now we're just having a bit of an explore around New Jerusalem.
Founder's blessings.
Blessings of Akatosh to you, sir. It's Talos Principle if it was Skyrim. What is this?
Hey.
A jigsaw puzzle. Ancient humans derive meaning and enjoyment from problem-solving activities, as noted by the progenitor Alexander Drennan. While the item on display was created for small children, ancient humans of all ages voluntarily engaged in such activities. We do like jigsaws. It's not wrong. Also, I like this interpretation of language. I mean, because it's clearly not like character to character, but it's kind of like a Morse code variant. We will have a look at the rest of the things in this room in a moment. I'm going to leave that one on the screen, but I need to go to the bathroom. So I will be back very shortly. Ahoy there. Let's have a look around this little museum, shall we? It's a gun. Ancient human projectile weapon used in hunting, warfare, law enforcement, crime, and personal protection. Produced en masse and used around the world. On average, ancient humans killed hundreds of times the population of New Jerusalem per year. What's with all the little miniature social commentaries going on in this? What is this? It's an ancient human mastication apparatus required frequent maintenance. This device is theorized to be an advanced electrical tool for this purpose, although some scholars maintain its actual use was ritualistic and intended to mark the sunrise and sunset. It's an interesting way of looking at it. You brush your teeth when you get up, you brush your teeth when you go to bed. But it is... They found an old toothbrush and now it's in a museum. That's kind of crazy to me. It's a book. I found a book. A printed edition of the complete works of Straton of Stygiera, the materialist philosopher who defined the Talos Principle, edited by Athanas Huber. T. Huber. Athanas. I don't know how you say it. Pronounce that. Athanasios. It's a book, though. I found a book. The game has got cats and it's got books in it. It's perfect. It's folk. It's a thingamajig. Simple utensil used to transport nutrients to an ancient human's mouth, often found in conjunction with a knife and spoon. Finally, a microscope. Humans invented complex magnification devices in order to better understand the component parts of the world they inhabited, which led to major discoveries in biology, physics, philosophy, and many other fields. Was it a dingle hopper? Sorry, I thought it was a thingamajig. I don't have a follow-up for that. So, it says about not getting wet, but I guess I can paddle. This bit is... Oh, hello. Person hiding behind the thing. This is... looks like the walls... The words, come on. Words, Joe. The walls from the first area of the first game. What this reminds me of. Guessing it's supposed to be a reference to that. Let's talk to this person here. Hello.
Founder bless you, friend.
Bommel is here. Am I winning? No, I'm wandering around New Jerusalem. I don't think we've really started the game yet. I think this is still the prologue. How you doing, Bommel? Who are you?
The name I currently go by is Belmarsh. As to who I am, that changes and shifts, don't you find? Every person is an ongoing story.
Oh, I hate him.
Full of
I hate him
twists
so
and
much.
turns and surprises.
I hate him so much. What are you doing here?
I'm meditating, letting go of narratives like time and space, and simply allowing the illusion that is my ego to merge with everything that surrounds it.
So you're a hippie, gotcha. Sounds like nonsense. Actually, it sounds like a beautiful experience of Unity.
It's not unity, but the absence of division. There was never a self or an other in the first place.
I hate him. I actually hate him. Did you see what happened at the dam?
Yes, I did, but I'm not particularly perturbed by it. Events occur, my friend, that's all. At the end of the day, we are all one. You are the founder, and so am I, and Prometheus is just another story we're telling ourselves.
Goodbye. Never want to talk to you ever again if I can help it. So New Jerusalem just appears to be a museum to the previous game, which is kind of cool. And these currency was an ancient human medium of exchange which played a significant role in their systems of labor and resource distribution. Tense conflicts sometimes erupted over the possession of these objects into injuries or even death. Just money. Just money. An inflatable sphere using the popular ancient human game known as football or soccer. The game was played around the entire globe and aroused great passion in its followers. It's also often simulated digitally, most notably in the form of Football Glory, 1994 CE. Is Football Glory another game that Crow Team made that nobody remembers? Because what an excuse to reference that, if it is. What's up? This guy's called Purple. Hello.
Dude, it's you! You're 1K! So
Dude.
nice to meet you, dude. I saw you on the Completion Day stream. Hey, have you checked out all this ancient stuff?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. What is a dude?
Dude is an old human word that means an excellent person. And I like to use it because I think we should all be excellent to each other.
He's Bill and Ted. Your diction is unusual.
Yeah, dude. I thought this voice pack could give me a bit of confidence, help me stand out, you know? But I'm not sure it's working.
Tell me about yourself. Dude.
I'm almost as new as you are. I'm 998, so I've only been around for a year or so. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. It's pretty cool though, right? I mean, existence. It's totally gnarly. I'm not sure if I use that right.
Football Glory was the game. Yes, it is a puzzle game. We did some puzzling right at the beginning as like a tutorial prologue thing. Then we arrived here at New Jerusalem. It turns out we are the 1000th iteration of this robot society. And now we're going off on an expedition to an island because the celebration got interrupted And I guess that's where the puzzling starts. This is all almost RPG backstory, isn't it? What do you think about the goal?
I'm sure the founder knew what she was doing. I mean, our ancestors did sort of mess up, right? So we should probably take it easy with the expanding and stuff. Plus, did you see that trippy sky projection thing? That was some freaky stuff, man. Just seems safer to stay in the city.
But yeah, I am 1K. I am the 1,000th robot. So this guy is like my older brother, I suppose. You better be careful.
Sure, dude. I mean, when I woke up, I just had a chat with Neith, and that was overwhelming enough. You got the welcoming committee, and then the giant talking man in the sky? Whoa.
I'm enough.
Right, before you go, dude, maybe you can help me?
Why?
I'm not sure I should keep this voice pack. What do you think? You're 1K, you're special. I'm happy to go with whatever you recommend.
Wow. I mean, philosophy right here. It is a coroutine game. I thought it might be. Quite cool that they've referenced that. I think you should stay with it because it's unique. Although, you have to learn to make your own choices. Just keep it, dude.
All right, excellent. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, you're welcome, dude. I got an achievement for that. For tell Purple what to do about his voice. Yes, I presume more puzzling will occur before the end of the stream. For the minute, I'm just very, very distracted. It's a toilet! A sanitary hardware. Piece of sanitary hardware used to dispose of biological excretions resulting from food and water intake required to power ancient human biology. It's a place to go poop. Such hardware was connected to a vast network of subterranean pipes leading to wastewater treatment facilities. Classic example of ancient infrastructure used to control their impact on the environment. Nice. Yeah, he was very Bill and Ted, wasn't he? What is this? What is this? What is it? Oh, it's a massage aid. It's fine. It's a massage aid, everybody. Don't panic. It's a massage aid used by ancient humans to combat muscle fatigue and other physical ailments common to biological organisms. This prevented pain, the ancient human equivalent of error codes 704, 705, and 921 to 932. Lovely. I like the idea that we have error codes that simulate pain. Muscle fatigue, yes. Lovely stuff. It was, I mean, it obviously is meant to be an actual. Did I ask you? A thing for that, but at the same time, not. There's another cat. Pet cat. Must pet cat. This cat looks more like a baboon. Not gonna lie. Dossicles.
It's you. Number 1000. Today is completion day, isn't it? Sorry, I turned off all the streams. Founder bless you, I guess.
Thanks. That's having scheduled. That's probably my setup, to be fair, rather than the game itself. It's not running on like ultra high settings, just because I can't really. I don't want to risk causing the stream to be shit. So, I mean, I could deal with shader issues on a cat if the rest of the game runs fine. You alright?
Not really, no. But I don't want to burden you with my problems on your special day.
Go ahead, tell me what's wrong.
You're as new to this world as it gets, 1K. What do you think might give you a sense of meaning? A sense that life is actually...
God, I wish I'd ever asked. Oh, wow. Wow. I mean, love is important, but I think a combination of things is like you can't just put it on one thing.
That's probably correct. But I've tried a lot of different approaches, and there's always been something missing.
Get a cat. Then where can meaning be found?
Love, 1K. It's our only point of access to the divine. Our only way of transcending ourselves without losing what makes us unique. I'm absolutely certain. But
what?
But the right person for me hasn't been born yet. None of the people in this city are who I'm looking for, and if we really stop making new citizens, I'll be alone forever.
Wow, okay. That wasn't something you find out there, it's something you build with another person, yes.
I think that's just misplaced ego. Yeah, love takes work, but it's not something you just will into existence. We can't control everything in life, 1K. Try to keep that in mind.
Well, how about you keep it in mind and try harder? He's sad. Dating pool's not getting any bigger, no. That's called rat. Have we explored everything there is to explore at this point? What's out here? Just a series of islands and possibly more water. How far can we go before it tells me to stop again? What are we building? What are we building here? Oh, there's actually a person out here. Hello. It's Ren.
1K, you've strayed far.
Yes.
Well, that gives me a chance to apologize for completion day not being entirely complete.
You mean the dome?
Yes, it's my responsibility. I'm the chief architect. It was supposed to be done in time.
Of course
for
he
completion
is.
day,
He's called
but
Ren.
we simply didn't have enough resources.
For fuck's sake. What's the dome for?
It has two purposes: to protect New Jerusalem from the world, and to protect the world from New Jerusalem.
When's it to be ready?
At this rate, I'm not sure. Maybe another decade or two.
Does it really need protecting from us?
That's what the founder taught us. One city may not seem like much, but just look at the dead city and how it transformed the environment. The consequences are still with us, even more than 1,000 years later.
Doesn't building this huge dome consume too many resources? It seems antithetical to the goal. Antithetical? It is antithetical. It's an antithesis, right? However this word is pronounced. Antithetical to the goal.
You're right. I have heard that argument. But the way it's been explained to me is that the dome has a greater value than just its practical use. It's a symbol of the society we aspire to become.
What is words? Yes, it's a good question, Katerian. How are you doing? Well, don't forget to pay your taxes on the streams. Of course, Ren is the fucking architect. Because Ren was an architect in reality as well. So I can't swim. Is this going to kill me? No, it's just not going to let me go out, is it? Yeah, you can blame Katerial for that. That taxes has become a thing in its own right here. It is Katerial's. What's the word? Fault. I'm trying to think of a better word than fault. And you stole it from Cinder. Ah, fair enough. So we can all blame Cinder, who's not here. Let's blame Cinder, because they're not here. That's just easier. I think it's a good idea, though, to call them taxes. You didn't steal it, but you just took it. Are they not the same thing? But yeah, you get paid in coins to watch the thing. It's only fair that you give some of them back. Right, how the hell do we get back? Right, here we are. I think we've explored all we can of New Jerusalem in its current state. Because we can't get in here. It's been postponed because of the power management. Let's actually go do the expedition and things. That was a big jump. Oh, actually, let's follow the actual road this time because I didn't do that last time.
Welcome to New Jerusalem.
Thanks, Dana. Didn't actually come down here before, so let's go find out what all the signage said. It doesn't tell. Oh, it does tell me. It just didn't want to for some reason. Friends of New Jerusalem gazebo. I think I've just been there. Milton's Rest, tablets of the founder, and then that's a Drennan memorial as well. I can't bother to go all the way over there. Let's go do the expedition thing. Over the thing. I'm still not signing anything. Go away. I decided against it. Up we go. Let's go play the actual game, shall we? I spent an hour just wandering around this place. They do look a bit like Brussels sprouts. It also reminds me of, I can't remember where it is, but something in Final Fantasy VIII. Looks a bit similar to that thing. Can't even get to that bit yet. All that stuff we can't even go to. Say yet, I get the feeling we can't go there at all. Sprint down here, what was this? This is where we had the briefing earlier. Let's go on the expedition to the island. In the fucking helicopter they built. I was going to say when they had time to build a helicopter, but they've been here for centuries.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going?
Yes, let's go. Opportunity we can't pass up.
I guess Byron was pretty convincing, hmm? Well, we'll see. I just wonder how much of the city is going to fall apart while I'm gone. Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melville, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer. Saved you from the elevator.
The whole place for 1,000 robots. So, there was a bit right at the beginning that there's ongoing discussion as to whether we should stop producing robots after 1,000 or not. Like 1,000 is what's claimed as the goal with a capital G. That's me. Yeah, nice to meet you. People call me 1K.
Pleasure. Now let's get this show on the road. You ready to go?
Yeah, go on then. Off we go. Yeah, they've all got different voice packs that they've chosen from a language library.
Here we go.
So they all
hold on to your hats.
All sound
we
different.
Really need
it's
to
kind
update those language libraries.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming along, everyone.
Some of them are good, some of them are bad.
We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be as a people, as a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities.
And I presume that's the dead city.
If we can rekindle that flame a little.
All right, this is going to be a long journey, so I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
Okay. Okay, that was a cool effect. I liked that.
You have chosen a dangerous path. A path that will demand sacrifice.
I'm dreaming.
That, my child, is how the future is built.
The simulation from the first game is our dreams.
Say
That's
goodbye
cool.
to Elohim and say hello to the mysterious island.
Status report, please.
We hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise measurements?
should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's big.
You can say that again.
That is a bloody mega structure. If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut, find us a place to set down.
On it.
Just big ass pyramid in the middle of nowhere. You know.
It really is incredible.
No big deal.
Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
Streaming initiated.
Have I ever mentioned that I hate flying? If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And... touchdown.
Wow, that really was entirely prologue up to this point.
All right, everybody. I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
But the rules are that somebody has to stay with the vehicle at all times.
This underground structure seems to be part of some kind of transport system. No power, though.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport system. However, I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted. So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
Let's go in here then. Just gonna randomly explore then, I guess. So I wonder if the puzzle side of things is a far larger scope now. Like on the level of, say, Myst or Riven or something like that. And then like the traditional Talos Principle puzzles are going to be like in the dream world when we're in sleep mode or something.
Hey, 1K, check out these coordinates.
Because this place looks fucking huge compared to the first game already. Can we get in here yet?
Golden gates. I wonder what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special? An explanation.
Also, the music here is really nice. Let's head to the coordinates that you wanted me to go to. Which are in this doorway. It's on the log. Nothing else new. Oh, it says check out those coordinates, but then he doesn't show me the picture, which is a shame. We'll go in here then.
This seems different from the other structures. Older.
Have a look around, 1K.
Okay.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
Does look a bit like a puzzle. Fragment from Stratton's On the Universe. I grant you then that the man is indeed like Talos and cannot escape his material nature despite the claims of metaphysics as you have many times said. Too many, perhaps. Repetition is the mother of teaching, at least when students are hard-headed. But what does this tell us about the nature of the universe, which is what we were discussing? There's going to be a lot of reading in this game again, isn't there? I didn't kind of anticipate this when I thought about streaming it. The next question we must undertake to answer. We begin with the self, because that is what determines our existence as individuals, but the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. Citizens live within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. Now we must ask the principle we have discovered to the wide world, and ask... Oh, I can't read. Now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wide world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature, and if so, what follows from that fact? Okay. Progress notes. Version 0.01 successfully deployed. Input output consistent. Here's torrent file. Hash. Insufficient for trials 3 to 4. Version 2 testing failed. Power grid too unstable. I don't like that they're called trials, because trials are what we did in the first game. I have downloaded the schematic and sent it to Melville.
Thanks, 1K. Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed. Hold on.
Of course.
Here we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
Lots of random stuff going on in here. But nothing I can actually use. I guess on a world this big, it's kind of redundant to fully explore it until, like, we do the things in order. Despite the appearance of open worldness, I imagine I can't get in anywhere until we get going. So let's go down here. You know what? I've got a sprint, but why am I not using it? Going in here. Oh shit, it's Prometheus. That's the projection from the beginning. Where did that come from?
Am I in sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
How do we get to the thing? Or do I have to go down the tunnel into the station? It's down here. Does this work now? I guess I'll go in here then, shall I? I volunteer as tribute.
I'm connecting the transport system to our interface. Hold on.
And now we have a map. Grasslands Ring. Travel to East 1. The research section. Wasn't entirely sure what to call this. Looks like a temple and sort of astronomy themed. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I do that. Doesn't seem to be active in any way, but I can't help think the design implies some kind of significance, like it's hiding a secret. But again, maybe my imagination is getting better. And then things that I've read. Let's go here then, I guess. There are 8 puzzles. We have puzzles again. 8 puzzles, 2 lost puzzles, a gold puzzle, and a lost lab, and 2 stars. They're like the bonus things I was talking about at the beginning.
Capsule taking 1K?
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information we have on the map screen.
Yakut's got a cat on his back.
Thanks. Sorry, my bad.
We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
Okay. Okay, 1K.
This place is magnificent. Look at that tower. I wonder what it's for.
I like how the tower is the same shape as the archways. Like that forms the same structural shape as that. I'm easily amused. This looks massive. Frogs. Froggy. Millions of frogs. Millions of frogs. I can't do anything with it, unfortunately. Ah, they have numbers on them. I'll go in number 1 then. Okay then, let's puzzle.
A puzzle?
Why would there be a puzzle?
Let's solve it and find out. 1K, go ahead.
I have a reoccurring nightmare just like this.
I mean, can I not? What? I mean, it's green. Why can't I not do that? Is it green now? You can't green to green. You have to mix it accordingly. Sorry, bang, but can we discuss whether or not those frogs are human? You can do it as long as you're not doing it on the social media within the game, yes. I forgot that was mentioned earlier. That's red. I don't want red. I want blue. I find it weird you can't do it directly. You have to mix the two streams.
Whoa, I'm reading an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
Actually, Bob, you point that out. When I booted the game up for the first time before I started the stream, the first thing that came up was accessibility for the colours, which is quite cool. So they obviously knew it was going to be a problem.
I think the cloud's been absorbed by some sort of device.
Fascinating. Nova?
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
So yeah, they basically just went, we put RGB filtering in the first level. Let's resolve that. Funky structure that is. I feel like I want one of these on my bookcase. It just changes the shades. I mean, it could be baked into it. Let me have a look. Before I go into there, let's just... If I go in here, hang on, there's a photo mode as well. Where was it when it showed me it the first time? Here you go. So if I change that to this one, which is the most distinctly obviously different one for me, because I'm not colourblind. Let's just go see if that's... It changes the shades of everything. Although I've only done it by 10%. What was it? Oh no, that is by 10. So I guess for me it's not going to look any different particularly. It does change them though. I suppose if you are, presumably if you're colourblind, it will be much more obvious. Turn it off again. Each colour had a shape associated with it. Yeah, there's no indication of that, is there? Although I do like that it brings up one colour on the unit, and then it's like if you add the other colour, it then merges them on the unit itself. That's good design to me. I didn't notice anything on the UI though, no. So what's this do? You have no tokens. You are not alone in your quest for the light. Find one of my sparks and I will free the fire hidden in this labyrinth.
Looks
Okay.
like Prometheus has given us a way to circumvent some of these puzzles.
So each puzzle has a backdoor. I guess the mythological Prometheus was kind of a trickster, so that tracks.
There's one in here as well that I just didn't see. Ah, there is. This fire has already been freed. Seek light elsewhere. Okay. So if you get properly stuck, there are ways and means. Okay. It's kind of interesting. But obviously I'm not stuck. Oh, I didn't see the green one over here. I can't see. Green one. Is this going to show me that if I... Oh, that's cunning. That's very cunning. So, in the first game, the singular connectors would pick up a line from another connector. But this wants me to resplit colours again. Oh, this is going to fry my brain. It's only puzzle number 2. If I connect green and green, does it give me... No, it suddenly gives me green. They have to be split. In order to get red, I need to connect blue and green. In order to get green, I need to connect blue and red. That's not what I meant. In order to... Even explaining it is just to blow my brain apart. In order to get the colour I want, I have to merge the other two. That's probably the easiest way of doing it. But then, if I have a connector like this, I then have to merge it with another colour again. So that's 2. I can't wait for my brain just to start trickling out of my ears live on stream. Oh, and then those two have opened... The 2 puzzles solutions have then solved the door.
I've been playing around with this machine that absorbs the particle clouds. As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant tetrominos?
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower. I think.
What is this, a theme park?
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze. It seems like an echo of the simulation. Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored.
Oh, good.
So let's do that.
Okay. Let's go. Yeah, there's a new interface available, apparently. It's a device that builds a Tetris bridge. Not sure what to call this. Bridge ring? Bridge machine? Anyway, it's a device that takes particle clouds released by the puzzle and turns them into bridges made of tetrominos. Correctly assembling a bridge out of 8 particle clouds is required to reach the tower, so clearly another layer of puzzle. Simulation had tetromino puzzles as well, although in a different form. There's a thread about me on the social media. What's 1K like? I'm curious, has anyone actually met 1K? And this is everybody who met me before I went on the expedition. By the founder's pistons, I hope he's interested in mechanical engineering or something. We desperately need more people to keep the city functional, so we don't have to rely on Melville to repair the stuff that Pellegrino fixes. Hey! Remember when you fixed the door to the mayor's office? How long was Herman stuck in there? You trapped one mayor in his office for a week and you're marked for life. I hope he's an artist. What we really need is new stories, new ideas to lift our spirits. You know, if we just kept growing, we wouldn't have to worry about this, and we wouldn't have to imprison poor 1K in a cage of expectations. Yes. So some people think we should go past 1,000. Others don't. 1K will be whatever the progenitor intended him to be, and whatever the founder foresaw when she established the goal. He's polite, really interested in history, which is an excellent start. I'm not going to name names, but some of you are a lot less impressive. I will find my own path. May your path lead you to the founder. Or, you know, somewhere you actually want to go. Keep it civil, guys. Everyone can have their own opinion. The important thing is to make 1K feel welcome. Welcome me, please. Make me feel wanted. Where am I going? I'm going in here, aren't I? So I need blue to open that door. Can I drop you on there? Wonky, yeah. That opens that door. Do they all just do the same thing? Need to find tokens that essentially are... Oh, there was a thing in the first one. You found paint pots. And then you could paint a request on one of the boards to have help. It would give you hints of what to do. I do remember this now. So red is blue and green together. So I need to make blue one. And then merge. Oh, hang on. Can we merge it this way? Let's go around the back of it. Oh my god. So I had to plug that in and then put the other one on it to open the door so I could go around the back of it. They've added extra streams into it and it's going to be more complicated.
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
Thank you for following. Welcome in. How you doing? It's, Grunt, you took me by surprise there.
I ran the samples I collected so far. The soil sample results are in line with what would be expected in this type of environment. The samples from the above ground structures, though, I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense. None of the typical molecular markers are present. These walls could have been made 10,000 years ago or yesterday. I could try to estimate an age based on
Shut up so I can press this button.
plant growth, but I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else is.
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
You finished? Good. I'm going to press the button. Explore content on a lost terminal. That's what I'm doing. That's the achievement that's popped up that you can't see. Okay. Much reading now happens. Haitia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 1. We finally set out from the dam today. The site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but the vegetation makes the going difficult. Found the secondary supply site easy enough thanks to Alexander Drenan's instructions. While I still have to compile a detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in bad shape. They must have expected the simulation to fulfill its purpose a lot sooner. Then they probably expected all 12 of us to be there from day 1, not just Athena. Tonight we have to use the 2 recharging pods that we brought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. No telling what sort of critters are hiding in the undergrowth, and most of them will have to learn that our kind isn't edible. And turn up and just start eating people. and going, "Oh, this tastes like robot. No, thank you." From the introduction to Are We There Yet, where we came from, where we're going, and why you'll need snacks, by Valerie Contero Romero. Sometimes people point at the last few hundred or thousands of years of human history and say, look at how ugly it all is. Yes, I thought Peanut might appear when she heard mention of snacks. Look at what a mess we've made. Maybe modernity was a bad idea, and maybe we should stick to living like cavemen. And I get it, it is ugly and messy, but the mistake is thinking that we will... Why is there so much reading in this game? Why are you doing this to me? Why is it so compact? I might have to increase the font size so I can read it better. Mistake is thinking that where we are right now is the end point, that this is the adulthood of the human species. I mean, try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly. I mean, yes, they are. Admit it, we all know it. They look like tiny old people covered in mucus, and they have soft heads. And they grow into children, tiny sociopaths with underdeveloped brains. And they become teenagers, pimply self-righteous lunatics driven by hormones. And then slowly, if you're lucky, gradually become adults. Development of the human individual is always ugly and messy, but that's the point. It's development towards something. The same applies to humanity as a whole. On a geological scale, we've barely just come into existence. Gotten through the baby phase, just about survived our childhood, and we're barely teenagers. Stopping here would be disastrous and a betrayal of everything that we could still become. We may feel the weight of history on our shoulders, but this is just the prologue. Put it in pop culture terms, we haven't even made it out of the tutorial yet. Just because it's all pimples and hormones and frustration right now doesn't mean it's never going to change. Let me just... I'm going to read this one and then I'll go check the settings to see if I can increase the font size. I think I can. From Considerations of Beginnings and Endings by Elwyn, number 258. I think all of that time that Athena spent in the Dead City has changed her. Don't think she has conceived the goal before. I think she believed fully in the naively optimistic ideas of Alexander Drennan. Walking through those ruins is a visceral experience, and she spent a great deal of time there looking for resources. The sheer amount of death that gets to me. How many animals our ancestors killed, many to the point of extinction. That wasn't the ancestors, that was just me in Tomb Raider. Going around killing everything. Entire species eradicated, sometimes for the most superficial reasons. Whenever humans arrived somewhere, death would follow. And the great blowback, deaths of billions of thinking beings, the extinction of humanity itself. It's too horrific to truly imagine, but I suspect the founder spent a great deal of time doing just that. That's when she must have realised there's no way back to the growth-obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past. Yes, I agree. Absolutely, I understand everything. Right, let's just check the options. I think I spotted a thing somewhere. Terminal font size, here we go. Huge, that's much better. Just see what that looks like in context. Oh, that's much better. That's much better to read. Might take me a little longer, but to scroll it, but much better for reading. Right, which way was number 4? It's over there. Literally a massive sign that says 4 on it. 4 is this way, and 5, 6, and 7 are the other. Keep going. Alternative option. So if I... Oh, I can't connect it through the window. How do I can't tell it to connect whilst it's here. Can I just not see it? Can I see it if I stand on the box? Can I see it if I stand on the box? I mean, I can, but I can't. It won't let me connect them. Like, it'll flash up on the screen, but I can't click them. Now I can see them. So if I keep those connections and put it here, and I now do that, lovely stuff.
Good. Let's get some measurements from this particle cloud.
It's a great noise when I power it up. Oh, hello. Say you, Byron.
What did you make of New Jerusalem?
It's bigger than I thought it was be. It felt like a museum, but I think it's most accurate.
That's what happens when all you can think about is the past. We had such ambitions in the beginning, but now it's all turned inwards. We've lost faith in ourselves, in our humanity. All we need to do now is finish that dome and we'll be trapped in our perfectly neat little tomb.
I want to ask you a question.
Of course.
Did I?
Away.
I don't know. What's the role of puzzles in our culture?
When Alexandra Drennan was trying to find a way of creating true AI, she stumbled upon the idea that curiosity and playfulness are core characteristics of intelligence. So she built the simulation around a game, because playing is part of what makes us human. We also retain some of that code, as I'm sure you noticed when you were booting up. Because of that, puzzles have always been important to our culture. To me, they represent the idea that the application of reason can lead us forward. None of which explains why these puzzles are here or who built them, but I think it shows that there must be some kind of intent behind them, perhaps a test.
We can test forever. It turns out this is the prequel to Portal. I have a private message. Mission to share your personal data. Doge, the 666. We met in New Jerusalem, if you remember. I spoke to my friends. This whole mysterious island expedition thing has the city a bit on edge. I have some questions for you before I make any introductions. Do you consent to my gathering and sharing of your personal data? What am I signing up to? Look, my friends just want some assurance that you're the right kind of person. If you want to know what's really going on, you'll have to play along. You can back out at any time. If you don't engage with the process, then, well, you won't get to engage with the process. At all. It's up to you. What if by consenting I miss out on something else? I'll give you some advice, newbie. When your choices matter in this world, you'll know about it. Somehow built in. Face a dilemma and both options look good, then for sure you'll miss out something. Trust your gut and you can't go wrong. This right now is not one of those dilemmas. You should come along for this ride. Go on then. I consent. Good choice. There's 6 questions. Standard vetting procedure. Get the best results, you answer in whatever way is most true to you. Oh god, it's a personality test. What is more important for making good decisions? Compassion or knowledge? Knowledge. Sure. Help me. Help me. Don't make me make decisions live on stream that are, like, gonna show my personality. To be fair, if you're watching this stream, you must know about most of my personality already. So, I think you need more knowledge than compassion. Thank you. Question 2. Is it ever okay to lie or misdirect in order to keep a secret? Yes. If it's to protect the other person from the truth. If the truth would ruin everything. That can be okay. Let's see, my friends would be most interested in this particular answer. Question 3. When people do wrong, do they deserve to be punished for it beyond what is necessary for their own protection? No one deserves to suffer unnecessarily. That's one controversial. I'm glad it's not me that has to answer these. Or that one's controversial. Question 4. Now it gets metaphysical. In your opinion, can the world be reduced to mechanical parts, or is existence just weirder than we'll ever really know? The universe is weird. We'll never fully understand it. I'm glad you understood that question, because it's all Greek to me. It's a weird thing to say. Question 5. Can things really change for the better, for good, or do good times and bad just come around in cycles? Human progress shows things can get better and stay that way. Change for the better is always followed by change for the worse. See, this is your based on perception of reality. The change for the better is followed by the worse because you have to have good to be bad, and then bad has to get better to become good. But you can have things get better and remain better, but to some degree. That's a horrible question. But human progress is better now than it was years ago, like hundreds, thousands years ago, you know? I'm sure this won't actually matter in the long term. I don't know if that one was metaphysics or politics, but good on you for giving it a shot. Final question. Which is more important to the success of civilization, to respect the lessons of our past or to rewrite the rules for our future? We should not disregard the wisdom which brought us here. Thank you. We're all done here. Oh, hold on. I've got a last minute addition. It's a weird one. I know who this came from. Question 7. Can praying for something make it more likely to come true? I am not going to get into a debate about praying and religion and all this kind of stuff. We're just not. We're just not. I haven't got an answer. No, it's difficult to translate our infinite reality into binary language. Nonetheless, I suggest if you have any natural inclination towards either idea, you answer that way, even if it's not strictly correct. But if you insist, I'll communicate your apathy to my companions. It's a belief system. It's what I believe and what other people believe are never going to be the same. I see no way to choose as you prefer. And as that's everything I need, I'll forward your answers to my friends and let you know if any of them is interested in taking things further. I went for, on that last question, the most ambiguous and indirect answer I could go with. Thanks, Doge. See you later. And I've seen these. No, it was a bit BuzzFeed. There was a lot of religion buried under the first game stuff, but it wasn't that direct, I don't think. It was more philosophical than religious. There's a gate this way. Gate. Another golden gate that I can't open.
Another set of golden gates. These must be connected to the ones near the megastructure.
There was a harder set of puzzles in the simulation, right? And maybe they're like that. I know 1K is probably like, yay, harder puzzles. But to me, that sounds like error code 704.
Harder
No
puzzles. Yay, harder puzzles for Zeb. Looks like there's an additional set of puzzles protected by golden gates that can't be accessed yet. Assuming there's some kind of logical pattern to all of this, gates will probably open up once correct conditions are met. Solving all the other puzzles, or maybe something else as well. Guess we'll find out eventually. I mean, I feel like I need to have done something for this first. How far into the wilderness can I go? Are there statues here? Hello. Are you what I think you are? Are you going to kill me? No? But you look very much like a mine. I'm going to go back to the pathway and do the regular stuff before I get carried away. Assume this is going to lead me back to the pathway. There we go. Let's do the regular stuff first before worrying about that. Also, what are these? Where does this go? Two. Right, there's some more reading there before we go into the puzzle, but I need the bathroom again because I just can't stop peeing, it would seem. So I'll be back very shortly. This is what happens when you actually stay hydrated. Okay then, let's do some more reading with Palm Pilot. Ah, one of them's a voice thing. It's from Trevor. The life of Trevor. Trevor Percival Donovan, known to his friends simply as Trev, never as Percy, was part of the extended lifespan project that formed the backbone of the simulation and the archive. He helped put together the hardware that made all of us possible. Like Alexander Drennan, he left behind a series of messages to the future. But unlike Alexander Drennan or Arkady Chernyshevsky, apologies if I've ruined the pronunciation on that, he was forgotten. Not one building or street in New Jerusalem is named after him. I dug up his files from the archive, and I've been thinking about them a lot. Talk to me, Trev.
So I heard that Alexandra is recording these time capsules for you out there, I guess? Robot people of the future, hi. And I thought to myself, surely they'll want to hear more than the wisdom and insight of a brilliant scientist like Alexander Drennan. Surely they also want to know what I was thinking, a dumbass hardware engineer from Staten Island. Tell us about your insights, Trevor. Why did you spend your last months on Earth helping a crazy old Russian guy build the world's biggest backup drive? Well, let me tell you my story. When I was... Yeah. Yes, Frank. I'm recording right now. Uh-huh. No. You know what? Why don't you go...
So, Frank seems fun. Oh, of course, we can't convert that because it doesn't convert. Guess we jam the door again then. So... Is that just feeding blue then? Oh, I don't know what's going on here. How do we... Oh, this is a regular connector. So if I unblock that door, I should be able to jam the far door, which will let me pick this up. There we go. Ah, press the button. Missed the giant fuck-off unit that was in front of me. Group call.
I have good news, and I have bad.
It's Discord.
Still no idea what those particle clouds are, but I've managed to fix the transport system. I mean, I fixed another bit of it. Well, it goes to one more station now. Don't complain. 2 stations are better than none.
An impressive success rate.
Sarcasm. Famously helpful. Why
I
did
was
we bring you along
serious. How dare you? Because, for my sunny personality, it was meant to be a joke.
Relax, newbie. I'm just pulling your leg. Which I helped make, by the way, so you better be
Fair.
grateful.
Let's stay focused. We're in unfamiliar territory. We can't afford to get distracted.
Al's right. Yakut, what does the next site look like?
It's a plateau in the mountains. Seems like more of an open area with scattered structures, less enclosed. Couldn't tell much from the drone feed. There's a lot of trees. Looks pretty, though.
Okay. Keep exploring, everyone, but stay alert.
Why couldn't we have done that on the fly like we have the previous conversations? Oh, because I had input. See, so I do have an option to go to another station already, but I kind of want to go look at the other puzzles first. It's an interesting way of doing draw distance. Oh, it's like water fog. I love these. These are amazing. I want these. If anybody has any way of asking the guys at Crow Team or anybody who's good with concrete, could you make me a miniature set of these, please? These are really cool. I want them on my shelf. Down the long, long corridor. I like that they've made it far, far bigger, but at the same time, you've made it far, far bigger. What the hell is this? Alternatives. Alternatives to what? Oh, okay. You have to make a green one in order to make a red one. That's clever. And then I can use... Can I mix 2 reds? No. You can, but it doesn't do anything. Okay, so I have to juggle the lines through here, I guess? Can I now juggle green and red to blue over there again? Red and blue makes green, though. Huh. There's an escape route. In case you lock yourself in. I do not know what I've done there. Let's pull you guys out here for a minute and relock this door. Now I have 4. Oh, no. Red and green makes blue. Apparently, I can't hit this for shit. There we go. And now I need to make red, which I can do with green and blue. There we go. Rearrange it a bit. New interface content. City news. The long-awaited birth of our 1000th final system was interrupted today by an unknown projection in the skies. Projection, which identified itself as Prometheus, goaded New Jerusalem's inhabitants to decipherable incantations. The source of the projection was tracked to a remote, mysterious island. A team led by Byron is now en route to find out more. Other members of the expedition include Alcatraz, Melville, Yakut, and 1K. Major Manubis, I'm just going to call him Herman because that's what they referred to him as. Mayor Herman, has once again called for calm and promises that New Jerusalem will be safe so long as its citizens do not forget the ideals of the goal set forth by the founder. The text for this hasn't increased with the size of the terminal fonts and stuff, which is odd. Oh, we now have another option where to go over here as well. Right. That was number 6. Go to number 7. You are number 1. Who is number 1? You are number 6. I am not a number, etc. It's like an alien ruin from Oblivion. Can't quite reach it through the doorway. How does one get in? How do I get in? Oh, can I take I can take the fan off. Damn it. Can I put you on here? So now I need to get... Hang on, I'm not entirely certain what I'm achieving here. What am I trying to achieve? But there's nothing in there. Right, is there a way to... Get the fan off for a minute. Oh, it slides down the stairs. Right, so it's plugged in. Now I need to find a way of keeping the door open. Of course, you can't see that. Ah, okay. Maybe it's the other way around. No, because the blue one's over here, so I can't possibly use it. Hold that open. Oh, dropped it against the wall. Oh! So the red beam actually keeps that door open. I don't need to stand on it anymore. And now they're keeping each other open. Where does this take me? There we go. I thought I was trying to get something, one of the things up here.
Melville, what did you just upload?
A photo?
I mean, technically you're right, but...
Is that? I can't tell what that is.
How did you even manage? You're literally taking a picture with your eyes, Melville. I don't even know how to make my eyes go out of focus.
Clearly you've never listened to one of Herman's speeches.
Ah!
Some of us are busy doing actual science, not just sightseeing. Thank you.
What did she upload? What are we looking at there, though? I don't even know what she's looking at there. These are the ones that won't go away on my research list. Right, where am I going? 8. This way. Apparently. There's a route around the back of here as well. Where do you go to? This isn't 8, this is triangle. Where's 8? Let's go do 8 first. Also, quote ad, this isn't 8, this is triangle. Yeah, that's quite fitting. I'll come around in a circle. I think I've got a mod in to do the quote ad. Right, here is 8. Entanglement. Great. Nothing of note in there. This is a regular connector. That is not. I'm going to connect to absolutely everything here. But no reason at all. I see a red. I don't see a way of making green. Oh, it's there. I feel like that should be a ladder. Feels very much like I would be able to climb up that, but apparently not. Also, this one feels like a ladder. Alright, let's open that door. That gives me a box. And now I don't need to open this door ever again. Connect to that, to that, to that, and to that. Put it on there. Put it up there. Except it won't turn on because it can't currently see everything. Ah, okay. That's not quite how I anticipated that working. Or rather, not working. Have a look at this for a minute. Yes, no, they've put it behind that wall, so I can't just go directly into there. Now I can't see it either. But that would also power that. So now I need to work out a way to get the box on that so that I can power the fan. The fan will not come out of the floor, so I can't use that as an extra switch. Also helps you turn it on. Okay. Do I have a way of elevating this? This. Can you see that from there? No. This needs to go on here for me to then be able to put this on here. You can see it from there, however, and if I stand on the button, you are now floating. You are not high enough to see this one. And if I unplug this, you're no longer just going to stay green, so I can't flip it back round. I don't think I can get it any higher than that either. There's another fucking box somewhere, isn't it? What am I missing here? I had hoped that that was going to be tall enough to go over that wall, but it's not. Maybe if I do this the other way around. Oh no, because I won't be able to turn them. Because you won't go green. I can't directly make. Yes, I can. If I put you here. Can I make you self-sufficient? Yes, because you're not connected to the red and your blue directly that way. So now if I take that off, you're still green. Nice. Well, that nearly destroyed my brain.
The bridge ring seems to be fully charged now. Try accessing the tower, 1K.
You want me to go attempt the bridge ring, but I'm gonna go find out what these triangle puzzles are. If I can. Oh, hello. Where are you going?
What can I do for you, 1K?
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Well, I was born when New Jerusalem was a lot smaller than it is now. And there was a lot of work to do. I wasn't really interested in technical stuff, engineering and so on, but I was good at keeping things organized. So I got involved with the administration side of things. Making sure the scavenging teams focused on the right materials, keeping track of our energy usage, that sort of thing. I think we've accomplished what the founder wanted us to, and I'm proud that I helped make that happen. Byron doesn't see it that way, obviously, but I think sometimes he gets so lost in his dreams that he forgets to look at the real world.
Okay. What could the puzzles mean?
Well, puzzles, or trials, as Elohim calls them, were used as part of the process that created the founder, and they're still part of how we're born. They symbolize the human ability to understand the world and solve problems. But nowadays, they don't have a practical application. They are a common motif in the arts, though. The only physically existing puzzles I can think of are in the Museum of the Simulation. So, to answer your question, no idea.
Thanks, Alcatraz. That's all. So somewhere there is another triangle puzzle. Didn't see it. One of them was behind puzzle 5. I had no idea where the other one was. Guessing it's not down by the waterfront. It could be. There's a lot of other stuff. However, I don't think it's that way. Let's go back around to puzzle 5. I think was this way. Maybe. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know where I'm going now. Great news, everyone. I'm fucking lost. This seems somewhat promising. Ah, here we go. This is one of them. So these are extra puzzles by the looks of it.
It's strange that some of these puzzles seem disconnected from the rest. Like it's all unfinished. Or still evolving.
So, first up, I need to put you there to keep that door open. Keep that door open. And now I need to make green. now I need to use you to get you out of here. Now I can connect blue and red together. Okay, that's step one. Step two. Can I now get... I now need to get this one out of the way. Oh, we have to go right around the back. We have to go around the back of it, otherwise it won't do anything. Oh, I've locked myself in. I think I've confused myself, and I might have just undone all my hard work here. On there for a minute. Right, it's blue around the back, and then can I now do that? Nice. A bonus one. Right, now I'm going to go find the other bonus one. Like, what does that unleash? Because it's not connected to the door, is it? I wonder if it's connected to that apparition of a mine that I spotted. I'm stuck. I need to work out where the hell that was. Distinct lack of cats on this island, by the way. Short of cats, would not recommend. Is that the apparition I saw? That's the way I came in. Now, underneath the station, I think. Ah, there's a thing down there. Although that might be a puzzle I've already done. Yeah, this is what I saw earlier on. Like, what the fuck is this? Over here, in case this is not where I've been yet. Aha. Right. Unintentionally wandered into the other one. I need... So if that's blue, I need a red one. There's a red one here. Right there. Can I see it from here? Almost, but not quite. There we go. Somehow need to make another blue connection. How do you... There's not enough pieces to do that, surely. I need to find a way to take this out of here. Yes, this is why I can bring the box in, though. I mean, the puzzle is called elevation, but I've only got one box. It's not going to be very elevated, is it? There's a blue ring here. Can I use this to get you out that way? Out. But I need to do that from the other side. Which I can't do. It won't let me in. I mean, I'll let that out if I enough foot to myself. Possibly. Can I take the box without losing the connection? I can. There we go. Did it. I solved both of the difficult puzzles. Difficult puzzles. The lost puzzles, as they were called.
1K solved all the puzzles in this area, but nothing happened. There was a brief blip in the system, though. Maybe it'll do something later. There has to be some sort of point.
There's always a point. Let's have a look on the map then. What does it say? Some puzzles disconnected from the rest. Some of the puzzles seem to be disconnected from the rest. They're still functional and can be used to power the bridge device, which means it should be possible to reach the tower without solving every main puzzle. It doesn't seem to be properly integrated. It'd be remnants of a previous iteration of the design. I don't know. I can tell you I've done 10 puzzles out of 10, but I haven't accessed this puzzle yet. I don't know what the lost lab is, or the stars for that matter. It's an interesting point. Can I see that from here? No. Well, I can, but they've blocked me off from it. Guess we'll go in the tower then. Find out what that is. When I remember how to get to it. Oh, what's that?
Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics.
Yes, it does.
Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood.
Whatever you say. I have no idea what all that means. Tell me about yourself, Yakut.
I don't know if there's much to tell. I'm not that interesting. I'm just a member of the scavenging team. Well, senior member. Lead scavenger, I guess. There's not that many of us left, to be honest, and Garrus doesn't get along with the mayor. What else? I have a cat named Bruce. I like old music. I have a collection of antique bottles.
Ooh.
I think that's it.
Cool. You want to solve some of these puzzles?
Oh no, please. No puzzles. I am so bad at puzzles. I barely got out of the booting process. Elohim thought I might be defective.
Ouch. Tell me about Bruce, your cat. I want to know about the cats. Gotta know about the cats.
He's 5 years old, half goofball, half psychopath.
Cats,
loves sticking his head into things, chews cables, pees on electrical stuff. Melville banned him from her workshop, but he loves visiting her and peeing on her equipment.
So, it's Cat. Why do you collect bottles?
I just find it fascinating that these fragile objects have survived for so long.
Tasty,
Plus,
tasty bits.
Kind of pretty.
Thank you for the bit, for the cat. It was nowhere near going in the Blinko, was it? What's the furthest you've ever been from New Jerusalem? Surely here.
It might be this. Although there was an expedition to a superconductor storage facility up north, incredibly well preserved, but the logistics were an absolute nightmare. Now that I think about it, there might be some of that in you.
Ooh. Okay, that's enough from you. I think that this doorway is the lost lab that's on the map. Well, I think that's what they were looking at here. Could be wrong, but let's go see what's in it. It's still fully functional. This reminds me of Black Mesa East from Half-Life 2. The layout of that kind of dilapidated.
This is very similar to the structure where you found the
sort of thing.
schematics.
Not back rooms, but you know what I mean. There's an actual map on it, I suppose. Is this the Lost Lab then? This is the Lost Lab. Found the lab. And do the gold puzzle. I should point out, by the way, I'm not intending to 100% this game. I would like to 100% the first section, at least. To see if it's worth doing or not.
Check out the terminals. Maybe there's something that'll help us understand who built this place. They have to have left something behind.
If it wasn't for the fact that this was like exploration-y, Talos-y stuff, I'd be worried I was going to get attacked. Another experiment is happening. Do it again. Portals. The 4.2 kilo-year aridification event from BT Odahamo's Anthropocene Dilemmas. There are words. There are words. The Akkadian Empire, forged in violence by Sargon the Great and his sons, reigned supreme over the city-states of Old Sumer. Enriched by trade with distant lands, fed by the plentiful wheat fields of Mesopotamia, the empire bestrode the world with confidence and pride. Who could oppose the chosen of Anu and Enlil, the masters of the four corners of the world? Then the weather changed, the crops stopped growing, trade collapsed, the empire fell, its capital forgotten. The most likely culprit at the time of writing is the 4.2 kilo-year aridification event, the beginning of the mega... blah, 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 blah. Does not make it more complicated than it has to be. Use simpler words for simple people like me, please. The 4.2 kilo-year aridification event, the beginning of the Megalian Age, a non-anthropogenic drought that may have lasted almost 2 centuries, causing many of the early civilizations around the planet to collapse. This is where the ordinary understanding of time, measured on small scales of human history, collides with the reality of deep time and our existence within a much bigger picture. We live on a changing planet in a changing universe. Climatic optimums are temporary. Extinction is the norm. Ashford blah 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 blah. The Akkadians, like the more egalitarian inhabitants of the Indus Valley civilization, could not understand why the rivers dried out and the rain stopped coming. Even if they could, they lacked the tools to do something about it. A few short millennia later, we are on the brink of having that understanding and those tools. What can we learn from the tragedies of the past? Error 53858. One such drought completely naturogenic would be enough to wipe out New Jerusalem. Good. Would. Yes, it turns out that the size of the font wasn't the problem, it was the content of the words I couldn't read. This is from a number. I imagine if you put these strings into like hexadecimal translators as well, they will actually tell me what they are. Whether they mean anything, I don't know. When the founder awoke, leaving the garden behind forever, there were 2 more whose bodies had been anointed by the progenitor. The gold disc breathed life into them, and their names were Eustathius and Cornelius. The founder showed them all she had discovered. Together they explored the dead city and saw the ruin to which humankind had fallen. It was then that the founder understood that the sins of the past must not be repeated, and that only through humility could the future be saved. Aside from Cornelius and Eustathius, there were 10 whose bodies the progenitors had not anointed in due time. Now it was upon the founder to complete this work and begin the resurrection. In this matter, Cornelius proved of great assistance. Numbers. After many tribulations, the 10 were brought to life, and these 12 were born after the founder are called the first companions. These are their names: Eustathius, Cornelius, Aurora, Sun, Sarabi, Byron, Melampus, Yemo, Apatea, Neem, Benaroya, and Lifrasa. It's funny how you can take something that's 90% true and 10% false and create something that's 100% misleading. Yes. Trial 7 to 21, base camp established, version successfully deployed, tested core functionality, so far so good. Trials 22 to 107, version successfully deployed, simple synthesis and better cooling systems necessary and a whole bunch of jargon. Trial 108, version 0.04 failed, unknown error. Read the whole thing. I'm not reading the numbers. Also, trial 7 through 21, the ones I'm doing now. Are we within a simulation in the simulation? Like, the simulation in part 1 is a simulation within the simulation we're currently in? It feels like it's just... It's the whole idea of if anybody ever discovers what the universe is for, it will be replaced by something far more baffling. Which is a paraphrase of Douglas Adams. If we ever fully understand what the universe is for and how it works, it will get replaced by something else. Anyway, that's the Lost Labs. So I just need to find out how to get in the Golden Gate, which I'm guessing I cannot do yet. In which case, let's head to the tower, which is, unsurprisingly, over there. What's this thing doing? There is a purple light coming from this thing.
Interesting monument. Decorative for another puzzle.
Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. Do we think that's the purple thing from before? I think I said it looked like a landmine from the first game. I say a landmine, it was floating. It can't be a landmine, can it? I say we're going to go to the tower, but there's all this stuff out here as well to have a look at. Oh. It's a tricycle. I have found an ancient human artifact according to the things. Very small vehicle with 3 wheels. Intended for children or pets. I got an achievement for finding that, which is nice. Let me up. No, it won't let me up. I like how it told me not to swim, and I'm just like, yeah, fuck that. Till it kills me, it's safe. Gonna go around the other side and see if I can find the sprite that the statue was talking about. Okay, that's cool. There is some stuff on the other side, to be fair. See if I can find my way back up. Oh, is this the other waterfront that I was looking at before? And then decided not to go investigate. It is, because these are the steps from it. And I ignored it and was just like, we'll come back down here later. It is now later, we are here. Oh. I broke the music. Turn into a walking simulator. What's going on? I've found a thing, potentially. Hello there. Where are you going? Why have we suddenly got an absolute banger of a tune going on? Where does this come from? great tune. Oh, the hat's gone over there. I'm still trying to follow the hat, but I have to do the bridge puzzle before I can follow the hat. Alright, so we step through here. Okay, that's cool. Oh, it has to be connected. Hang on. Let's reset that. That's cool.
I don't know if this is relevant, but St. Edwald believed that tetrominos represented the name of God and God's ability to reshape the world.
True, but he was also mad as a hatter.
One man's madness is another man's genius.
Back to the bops then. I presume this is the sprite he was referring to that I'm taking back to the statue then. You're welcome, sir. Oh, it's not a hat, it's a flame. It's a star.
Not all things must be balanced. When good is weighed against evil, tip the scale.
Okay. Another mystery to solve. I've discovered what seems like another mystery to solve. Stars clearly inspired by the simulation, which are gained by solving puzzles related to the monuments to Pandora, Prometheus, and the Sphinx. Perhaps these stars are somehow related to what Yakult dubbed the Astronomical Temple. So that's one of them. I guess we have to find another statue to whoever.
I think that was more like a recording. The entity didn't appear, and the system didn't react either.
Stars. Another reflection of the simulation.
Cool. I wonder if the other one's in the tower then. These statues are pretty cool. Right, so I built one bridge. Oh, okay, so they have to match up on the green and the red points that are indicated on here. You have to work out how to combine them to make the walkway. But they stay once you've done them, that's good.
When I was booted up, I was terrible at the tetromino arrangers.
I like how they're
the only ones I was good at. What? I'm just saying.
nothing else here except for the tower then. But yeah, the doors in the simulation are very similar to that. I guess that's the whole point. Everything is the same, but everything is different. Let's go in the tower. We're going to get told off for going in the tower like we did in the first game. We're not supposed to be here. Oh god. I'm getting No Man's Sky Atlas vibes from this. Which is not a good thing.
Is that some kind of anti-gravity?
I'm not sure. Could be, I guess.
How about standing it? We find out. My eyes! Oh, Jesus.
In the beginning, the gods shaped humankind out of the clay of the earth and gave them life with their own breath. But who is closer to perfection? The creator or the created?
What the hell are you talking about, lady? Neither, because perfection is impossible.
The man who lives on the plains imagines that the gods dwell on the mountaintop. But if he followed the steep road, he would see his shadow in the clouds beneath. When Prometheus saw that humankind was more alike in nature to the gods than to the animals, he stole the secret of fire from Olympus and shared it with the mortals. Was his theft justified?
Zeus did not create fire, it was not his to burn in the first place? I mean, these are all philosophical questions, which I presume have no bearing on the end result.
If Zeus did not own fire, why should humankind?
That's a fair point.
Angered by the betrayal of Prometheus, Zeus punished humankind by creating Pandora. He gave her a box, and when she opened it, from inside escaped sorrow and suffering. All that remained within was hope. What does this mean?
I don't know. What does any of it mean? I don't know. That may still be fine if we are willing to look for it.
Those who seek hope should ask themselves why it was imprisoned with the world's evils. Creature of clay, you stand before the fire. Will it make you whole, or will it destroy you? Consider the shadows cast by the flame, but do not mistake them for truth.
I feel like I couldn't actually be wrong in that. It was just... Oh god, I thought it was going to shoot me then.
Guys, look at my stream. The beam 1K activated is connecting to the pyramid.
That looks like a massive amount of power.
I mean, group call.
We need to talk about what just happened. Thoughts? I'd say there are two distinct issues here. What is the being 1K spoke to, and what is the function of the beam? Let's start with the Sphinx.
It seems similar to the apparition in New Jerusalem. Presumably the same technology.
What I'd like to know is what we're dealing with, ontologically speaking. Was this a sentient being or some kind of recording?
I mean, it was sentient because it reacted to what I was saying, but they're going to tell me that doesn't make a difference.
That doesn't necessarily mean that it's intelligent. Let's
Sentience and intelligence are different things.
1K is right, and it is intelligent in some sense.
You know.
What really matters here is what it was trying to achieve by asking those questions.
It did seem sort of threatening, not gonna lie.
Really? I didn't parse it that way. I thought she was just challenging you.
It's just gonna be one of those games where it doesn't matter what I actually fucking say, they're all just gonna be like, yeah, you're wrong. For whatever reason.
You solve the puzzles, you get access to the towers, you enable a beam.
They can find you wrong.
3 times, you get access to the megastructure. Maybe, but why? I don't know. It's a mystery. Don't you like mysteries, Al? Everybody likes a good mystery. You know what I like? Certainty.
We're all doomed. We should be careful, we don't know these apparitions.
I don't disagree, but I still think we should proceed. 1K, keep solving puzzles. The rest of you, as you were.
Right. The aim now is to activate more towers, it would seem. Also, the use of firing lasers to open up a bigger thing is very Very much like the Witness. Solve puzzles, activate laser, gain entry to thing. Nothing else in here, is there? No. We go then. There's still the case of the golden door that I don't know how to open. I'm just going to check whether I can get round the tower at all. On the back of it. Oh, I've fallen underneath the stairs. I don't know if I can. I don't think it's quite designed that way. No, just pushes me off the edge. I'm guessing I can't. No, okay. Ah, fell in. Which way was the gate? I do want to go check whether solving the 2 extra puzzles has opened the gate or not before we leave. If it has, we'll go have a look at that, and if it hasn't, we'll look at wrapping up the stream. Where was the gate? Straight on. This way. Doesn't look like it will.
I think we're done here for now. Let's head over to the next site.
2. Right. Well, at least I know now that solving the 2 extra puzzles has lit up 2 dials on the door. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 24 additional puzzles then. Well, a minimum to open this door. So that's something to come back to in the far-flung future. How do I get back? Which way is back? Which way do we go? Oh, you another... Are you just a random statue? You're just a random statue. Maybe in this way? It would help if the map was a little bit more detailed. Than just, these are the things that are here. If I had an overworld map on top of that. I found you again.
1K, what's up?
Nothing. Same as before. Yeah, there's a massive statue, and I didn't find another massive statue. Unless it's you. No, you're a small statue. How do I get back home? I found the other thing. Now I have to work out how to get up to the top on the thing. Oh, that's a spark. That's not the star. That's a spark which would help me solve puzzles. Yes. Cool. It was a hint device. Home is this way. Yeah, that's the tube. sure there was something under the tube as well, though? Like an additional puzzle was underneath it. I can't remember where I actually saw that from. Oh, it was a puzzle I've already solved. It just happened to be underneath. Or is it a puzzle I've already solved? I cannot tell from here. Oh, it is. Yes, that's number 5. Okay, I didn't actually miss anything. Right. Let's go back in the capsule. Go back to the main island for now. Or can I travel directly to here? I can travel directly to okay, I'll do that then, rather than go back to the main bit to come back again. And then we should wrap up the stream, because that'll be the start of another section, rather than...
Alright everybody, I'm sure you're all excited to check out the next site, but while you're there, remember that I'm still trying to fix the rest of the transport system.
Yes.
You know, to get that success rate up a bit. Maybe there's another one of those labs that 1K found. If there is, look for more documentation, please.
Okay. I mean, there is another lab. It's there, look. Marked off here. Interesting that this is done in a block of 12 and this one has a thing on the outside. Anyway, that's going to be probably the end of the stream. For now, we have a new area to go visit. If I restart the checkpoint, where does that put me? Let's find out. Oh, that's cool. That puts me exactly back where we were. Awesome. In which case, we should go investigate this on another stream. And for now, I'm going to go back to the main menu. Yeah, imagine if my checkpoint was like, yeah, you'll do all that again now. Go back to stop game, go to main menu, and that will be the end of the stream. For the purpose of the VOD and the highlight and all the stuff, I'll see you guys next time. There's potatoes.